Did you ever notice how the promises we make in our youth can become the chains we wear in our age? We speak them with fire in our hearts, vows to build, to achieve, to never surrender. And for years, we carry them forward like torches in the dark. But what happens when that torch begins to burn us? When the promise that once gave us purpose becomes the very thing suffocating our soul? We tell ourselves that honor means never changing, never releasing, never admitting that the boy who made the vow is not the man who must now live with it. But sometimes, the deepest act of courage is not holding on, it's knowing when to reimagine what we swore to protect. Richard had made the promise when he was 23 years old, standing in his father's counting house with ink still wet on a contract. "I will build this merchant house into something greater than you have," Richard had declared, his voice ringing with youthful certainty. "I will expand beyond this city. I will make our name known across 3 kingdoms. I swear it." His father had placed a weathered hand on his shoulder, smiling with the patience of age. "Ambition is good, son. But be careful what you bind yourself to." Richard had not heeded the warning. For 30 years, he had carried that promise like a sacred stone. Through marriage, through the birth of his sons, through illness and loss, through changing markets and shifting fortunes, he had never wavered. He had expanded the business. He had opened trading posts in 2 neighboring regions. He had made the family name respected across the land. But the price had been immense. By 53, Richard's body bore the marks of relentless pursuit. His back was curved from years bent over ledgers. His hands trembled with a palsy that made writing difficult. His breath came shallow, his heart labored. His wife had passed years ago, he barely remembered her face now, so consumed had he been with the work. His sons had grown into men he did not know. The youngest, William, had left for the monastery, seeking a different kind of life. The eldest, Robert, managed the business with competent indifference, performing his duties but feeling no passion for the enterprise his father had devoted his life to building. Yet Richard could not stop. The promise would not release him. "William," Richard said, his voice rough from disuse, "why have you come?" "Brother Edmund at the monastery sent word that you were near death," William said, sitting beside his father on the stone bench. "I came to see if you still lived." "I do." "Barely," Richard replied. They sat in silence for a long moment, the autumn wind stirring the fallen leaves at their feet. Then Richard asked, "Do you regret leaving? Leaving the business, leaving the family's work?" William considered the question carefully, as monks are trained to do. "I did not leave the family," he said finally. "I left a particular version of the family's path. There is a difference, Father. One is abandonment. The other is honesty." Honesty. Richard felt something stir in his chest. Not the pain, but something deeper, something that had been buried for decades. "Yes," William said, his voice steady and clear. "When I was young, I promised to be like you, to want what you wanted, to build as you built. I carried that promise for years, waiting to feel the passion you felt. But it never came. I realized that keeping the promise would have meant destroying myself to honor a commitment made from ignorance. So I had to break it. Not out of malice, but out of truth. I had to say, I am not the person I promised to be, and that is not a failure. That is clarity." Richard's hands trembled, but not from the palsy this time. "You broke your promise to me." "I honored a deeper promise," William said quietly, turning to face his father directly. "The promise to become the person I actually am, not the person I imagined I would be." The words hung in the cold autumn air between them like visible breath. Richard wanted to argue, to defend the sanctity of promises kept at any cost. But the pain in his chest reminded him that his own vow was killing him, slowly and surely. In the days that followed, Richard found himself unable to return to the work. His body would not allow it. Each time he attempted to sit at the counting house, the pain returned, sharper and more insistent. It was as though his heart itself was refusing to continue the life he had built. But something else changed too.